This is day 40, January 20, 2018. Actually, as I told you the previous recording video, I did try in the restaurants. Uh, it takes just 3 hours as a waiter in the restaurants, but I it was it was not easy for me to get used to work in the restaurants because I didn't have a experience for hospitalities as waiters. Of course, I had experience for customer service as sales assistant. It was totally different between the retail sales assistant and waiters in the restaurants. So actually, actually, I didn't visit the restaurants frequently in the Korea, so there I don't have any knowledge. I can say I don't have any knowledge about the hospitality, especially ingredient of the food and the restaurants I did try is the Southeast Asian restaurants. So there are many gradient, oriental gradient, and lots, especially there are many Chinese names. So I couldn't memorize all of them. So every time when I running the food, they one steps told me that, for example, it is red curry related to different sauce. So, but I just told it, but I couldn't understand what they mean. So if I have a visitor restaurants like this frequently in the Korea, it must be more familiar with the main names of the food, but actually I just know the curry or tofu or chicken, something like that. So many many visitors must think me as a newbie of a waiters and but I really try to do my best, try to do my best in the as a waiter and not to make the mistake. But actually I did three kinds of three mistakes during a trial. The first one is the for the senior waiters explained me before I get into the work. She suggests me that she suggests me that when the tumble when I running the tumbling food, the take must take the mm, mm, must take a oh what I don't know what it means. Wait, I must have to take more. She explained when I run the tumbling, I must take a cover or cap of the container. I'm tumbling back to the kitchens because there's no need to use uh, there is no need to use when the customers do when customers eat the food. So have a food. So, but actually, when I first started running the dumplings, I I didn't take it back. So the one step we call the Ray 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 said, who is a man, males said the next time I must take it back to the kitchen when I run the dumplings. So after that, the I didn't misunderstand. I misunderstood what the senior staff said. The table number so what table numbers the senior staff said. So I just misplaced and I take it back. I took it back. And after that I took a right to the table place. That means I did not forget the table numbers. I just misunderstood as just two eyes. For example, 106. Just just I heard that 1 of 6. So I just it must be run. It must be run to the 106 tables number tables. But first I got it to 6 tables. So but unfortunately the customers didn't eat, and as soon as I put it on the tables, they said they're they are they didn't order of this food. So every time to us, so the three mistakes I did in a trial in the restaurants. But after that, I think I just a little embarrassed, embarrassed, embarrassed. So I just focus on the jobs work what I had in the restaurant as a waitress, and then in front when I wait for the dishes to run, I just touch my hair like this. But after so when chef, I think he's a Chinese or Taiwan chef. So he told the senior staff that I must not touch my hair when I run the dishes because it can be contaminated. Dishes can be contaminated, and it looks not professional. So I totally understand that, but my hair is quite long, so I try not to touch my hair after I was doing the trial. So I didn't watch my watches, because I have to focus on works what I had in the restaurants as waiters, and I really try to understand 100% what the senior staff and junior staff has said to me, because it's really professional. It has to be the employee staffs who works in the restaurant as a waiter have to be professional because it's a really popular site, a popular place in the Auckland City, and it's very busy moment at that time from the 5 p.m. to 8. So, but the senior staff and junior staff try to make me come and try to make me work great, great, and not to make me mistake. So it was very thankful for me to work with nicely, very nicely. So after I finished the work at 10 or 8 p.m., the manager said to me, "It's done. It was done." And after I changed my uniform into my clothes, my casual shirt, so I came back to the cashier desk where the managers in usually stay to give the customer service or do payment. To payment, I I just asked if what if I received I am accepted for the job. What do I have to what I what I have to do? But the male managers told me that now is very he came by the other staff so who works with me for 3 hours and asked them how was me? How was I? How was I? Sorry. How about me? So I couldn't listen to what they said, but the male managers came to me and we they are going to contact you tomorrow. So I think tomorrow I have to keep my phone beside me all the time. And so after that I was very exhausted. So because it's the first time for me to work in New Zealand and it was my first time to work hospitality as a waiters in the busy restaurants and huge restaurants. But so I just walk around the beach, walk around the dock, dock, where many hotels, many resorts are, and it's very close to the port, port of the Paris. So I just watch the ocean. I want to just take a seat on the bench on the street. It was not easy. It was hard. It was it made me realize that how English communications important it is, how important English communication is, how how I have to how I have to get the great English skills to work in the New Zealand. So after that, I visited Isa stores to buy big bowls for my dishes and diffuser for my room because my room doesn't have windows. So I think any smells come around my room, which means that if someone smells my room, it must be not good. It was be not good if I didn't use the diffuser, or if I didn't, if I don't clean the room at all. So I'm not sure that there I would get the jobs in the restaurants, but it was very good for me to get an experience to work in New Zealand as a hospitality. I think got the I I can write this experience in my resume for next times to apply for any jobs. I also have experience to work in New Zealand. It was just 3 hours to work though, but it's it's important for me to get the experience to work in New Zealand. So I think I should have a experience something like that before I get 1 month ago after I visit I stay in New Zealand. So I think for someone there is someone who wants to go abroad with working holiday visa. I hope them not to do mistake like what I did in New Zealand. So I think after I finish the recording, I gonna watch the movies. As I told you, it's Emperor movies related to MacArthur, who was a great general in the United States and did uh, did the success break Korean War to win in the South Korea and the UN, of course, in United States of America. So yeah, that's all. That's all what I did, and it, it was very hard, but it was very educational for me. It was very great for me, great experience for me. Yeah, great. It was very great, and I'm really thankful, thankful for staffs who worked with me for the 3 hours though. But really, thank you very much to them. Yeah, this is my day 40 story, January 20th, 2008. And good night, and see you tomorrow.